6. Do we have any additions to our agenda this evening?
We'll have a quick update about the meeting with Matter Green Local School District yesterday. And it looks like we have a possibly communication or old business with the BFW possibly.
I'll put you down for 2 then. Anything else? All right, let's look at the minutes from the Tuesday, April 14th, 2026 meeting.
That's the typo, sir.
28. Yes. We'll change that right off the bat. Thank you. If the rest of those minutes look okay, then we would entertain a motion and a second to approve.
I make a motion to approve them with that small change.
I'll second.
Call the roll, please.
Mrs. Sweet,
Yes.
Mr. Bear,
Yes.
Mr. Whitaker,
Abstain.
Mr. DeVoley,
Yes.
Mr. Hannah,
Yes.
Ms. Least.
Yes.
And those minutes are approved as presented. Rob, I'll turn it over to you for the financial report for April.
All right, financial reports for the month of April have been distributed and the bank accounts reconciled. Our fund balances as of April 30 are general fund, $229,507.29. The street fund, $45,366.92. Park fund, $50,600.50. Police levy fund, $115,131.41. And the water fund at $487,858.37. Total of all funds, $1,705.84. Nothing out of the ordinary in April. We did receive our rollback contribution from the state of Ohio for our property tax levies. There's a portion of that money that for some exemptions that the state grants certain people, that those monies are paid from the state treasury back to the taxing entities. So we've received those. It's not a whole lot, but they are posted in the 2 funds that receive income tax, property tax.
Rob, I forgot what line item that is. Is that property tax allocation or is that local government distribution?
It's property tax allocation.
Thank you.
Local government funding, we get 2 deposits every month. We get one directly from the state of Ohio, and then we get one from Clark County. So there's a formula that the county has come up with. They have a certain amount of local government funds to distribute to the entities within their jurisdiction, and so we receive a check.
And we vote on that every year, that allocation.
There is a group that comes up with that number, and I don't know who all sits on that.
We don't set that number, but we vote on it
Yep.
every year. Yeah, so
Yep.
kind of a strange process. Are there any other questions? We'll need a motion to approve that reconciliation.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Bear,
Yes.
Mr. Whitaker,
Yes.
Mr. DeVoley,
Yes.
Mr. Hannah,
Yes.
Ms. Least,
Yes.
Mrs. Sweet.
Yes.
I'll let you take care of the mayor's court report as well, please.
Sure. The mayor's court report is also distributed for everyone from Ms. Tomey. Looks like total funds received for the month of April were $2,267.66. Total distributed to the state of Ohio was $150. Total distributed to the village of Enon, $2,111.66. Total dispersed for the month, $2,267.66. Year to date, total dispersed is $8,429.66. Compared to last year, $8,147.25.
I'll move that we accept the mayor's court report as presented.
I'll second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Whitaker,
Yes.
Mr. DeVoley,
Yes.
Mr. Hannah,
Yes.
Ms. Least,
Yes.
Mrs. Sweet,
Yes.
Mr. Bear.
Yes.
Mayor, at this point, can I ask a question, please?
Absolutely.
With some of our changes within our personnel, including the police department, and it might be a good time to review the warrants that we have that are aged
Outstanding.
at some point, and try to catch those up either with an amnesty program or just flat dismissing what we can, so we can try to keep those more current and to, for I'd say the sake of efficiency, to see what we can do to maybe make sure that those things are accurate and enforceable at this point.
I'll have a discussion with the magistrate and the clerk of court. Thanks for bringing that up. Anything else?
Not for me, sir.
Okay. Any other questions? Thanks, Rob. I've got a few items of communication, and Rick, I'll turn it over to you. First of all, I want to thank the voters of Enon for showing support for the passing of our police renewal levy. I appreciate the confidence, and that money will go towards the hiring of a third full-time officer when that opportunity comes about. And I know, Chief, you're going to give an update with the personnel status with the department, but I speak for everybody up here. It's much appreciated, so we appreciate the support. New Enon Brewery has invited the Village of Enon to their grand opening ribbon cutting. It will be May 23rd. Not sure what day of the week that is.
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday at 11 o'clock at the brewery. So everybody is invited to that. Dragons game, June 26th. Don't forget to get on the website, get your tickets. We haven't sold that many. I'm not sure what the latest update is, but I think the deadline is like the first part of June. So I encourage people to get those tickets. The part of those proceeds will go back to the village. The intent of the council is to put that in the park fund for improvements. So please think about that. The last item that I have has to do with chickens. So the zoning committee that has been reviewing the codes, that's been a very tedious process. We are probably, I think we're well over halfway. Wouldn't you think, Rick?
Hopefully.
Okay. But we are at the point where we're talking about allowing to have animals on properties, like potentially for FFA projects or 4-H projects, and also the possibility of chickens. This is, it's nothing is set in stone. We're just talking about it. My suggestion at the last meeting was to get input from the public, from people that actually live in Enon. And we're trying to think of a good way to do that. We've come up with an idea, it hasn't been implemented yet, to where people could go to our website and click on a button, and Arthur, help me out here. You click on a button and basically just check some boxes, enter your name and address, and then we would look for those addresses to see who was actually in the village. But we really want to hear from residents that are inside the corporate limits. Would you be in favor? You're not in favor? If you're in favor, what kind of restrictions? And it would just be a matter of checking boxes. So before we proceed forward, and also we want feedback from the council, I wanted to bring it up, let people know what the committee was thinking, make sure the council is on board with that method, I guess, of trying to get feedback, and before we implement it.
I would say if the committee has any specific restrictions or something that they're thinking about, you might want to post those on there so that you don't get that duplicate information back.
And it is actually.
Okay.
Yep, exactly right. We're thinking on the same terms.
I'd say one of the biggest things that comes out of that is that if it would be allowed, and if the individuals were interested in participating in something like that, the onus of trying to make a visual barrier is one of the strong spots that we're looking at, to at least drop some of the view from the street area.
We've been talking setbacks.
I believe some of that was covered in the draft proposal that was done by the legislative committee a while back.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned
like FFA, mentioned these projects, that's only for chickens. We're not talking other animals in consideration, or what? Because when you say that,
Small fowl, not any turkeys, we've said no. But
So the
maybe ducks.
chickens would be like potentially for, on a permanent.
Anyone, yeah.
Yeah, for anybody. Then we're looking at how do we want to regulate, if we do even want to regulate those projects.
so two separate concepts.
separate-
I wanted to make sure you threw them out
Yes,
there.
very, very clear. It's like we've been looking at one topic one way and the other topic the other way, because if it's going to be permanent, we have a different feeling than something that might be just for a few months.
And caged or free run. Caged or free run
Yes,
too.
yes.
There's a lot of different variables off of that whole project.
There's been a lot of discussion on that, but I just want to make sure everybody's okay with that before we press on.
I think it's a good idea to, get the information from the public, and because I know there are definitely strong sides both ways. And I think it's a matter of you get the public's opinion and, we go with the highest vote wins or something, I mean, there might be some clarification afterwards that you have to go through, but.
And the committee isn't focused one way or another. It's the committee has done a very good job of being open-minded to anything.
We're not trying to egg on anybody.
Right.
So
Right. I mean, we're trying to please everyone, and at the end of the day, you cannot please everyone, no matter who it is. You can't please everyone. So, and I mean, I commend the committee for trying to go to the public and get the public's input. And, I'm not on that committee, but I commend the committee for trying to get the public's input on it. I think it's a great idea.
we'll proceed. So thank you. Mr. Hannah.
Okay, about school. Yesterday we met with Superintendent Napke and the chief, Mr. Franklin, and the mayor and myself, and Mr. Pettit from the township. We briefly discussed some logistical changes that may be in the works as far as transportation in and out of the parking lot that may be causing problems. We've talked about some operational security issues with the police department. Also talked about the levies and the ongoing situation we have fiscally, as well as employees to the problems that everybody's trying to have or having with maintaining good employees and employment status. So we did discuss possible co-op situation with them. There was a lot of good banter back and forth as far as high school students that may be graduating, that may show promise as far as coming to the village or where they may want to go, not necessarily going to college, but where they might be able to serve the village in some entity, even as far as possibly a semi-cadet program with the police department. If you can start building those roots with the high school and with the students that come out of there, I think it could benefit the village greatly with possible loyalty down the line, hopefully, where you can bring local people in that would want to grow with the village respectfully.
Talk about traffic in front of the school.
The traffic in front of the schools, the left-hand turns into the school, the right-hand turns into the school, blocking northbound, restricting some of the southbound traffic. We're looking at that. There's not just a simple response to that, especially with construction we'll be looking at later this year on the corner. But what we do have to look at is the logistics that were initially put there, whether it might be the stop bar for the traffic light, whether it's the light pole that controls some other security aspects of this. It's just not simply haphazard situation. We actually have to look at this and see what's going to be the best long-term. And I think over the summertime with Chief and the village and the school, we'll be looking at trying to route traffic better or more efficiently, both going up Enon Road and through the school itself.
And one thing we have to keep in mind, that's not actually our right of way, but the county engineer's office has always been very receptive to input from the village and the police department. So that's actually a county right of way, but we'll do our best to try to come up with something.
I just have one question on that. Do we have to go through, I know we're talking about having a meeting with the county, but do we have to go through the traffic safety committee as well for changing that?
You would start at the county, and then they would,
Okay.
yeah, take you from there.
I think, I can't think of anything else
That's
that we
pretty- yeah,
missed
pretty
off of
much.
that, yeah.
Yeah, good meeting. We'll have another one probably in 4 to 6 months.
Quarterly,
so.
yeah, try to hit quarterly. And
Yeah.
I would definitely suggest reaching out to CTC as well. Most of the students that go there, I mean, they're in the trades,
that
they're in the
came up.
trades. We have criminal justice, obviously, as well at our school, so there's a lot of potential there for kids looking for work right outside of high school there.
And that came up?
That was the nice thing about Darren having that option to speak to Arthur and recommend that to, so yeah, that's something we hadn't thought about.
Chief, maybe you could get with Christian and maybe we get a contact. So,
Easy, yep.
awesome. Thanks, Christian. Appreciate it. Rick, item number 2,
VFW,
VFW.
Russ, would you like to step up to the podium?
We'll give you the floor.
And update us with the current situation, please.
Good afternoon, evening. As requested, I returned after the township meeting, and they took your challenge quite well in our benefit. I told them that you had pledged 3,002. They went, okay, we're going to do 4,000. And that's where we're at.
4,000 even? Not 4,001?
even,
4,002?
just straight up 4,000,
Okay.
and they didn't request us to come back.
Somebody
So it's like
really
they-
wants to have a good party.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
First, I'd like to make
Yeah,
a motion
they
that we-
really appreciate what we do for the township and.
We
the
do as
village
well.
here. Yes,
We
yes, we
appreciate
know.
it.
Thank you.
First, I'd like to make a motion that we smite the Matter Township trustees. Secondly, I'd like to make a motion that we increase our previous 3,000 by $1,001.
I second
There's the
that.
$1.
And with due regards to the township.
All right, so we have a motion and a second. Wait, we have discussion. Hang on, we'll have discussion. We have a motion, we have a second, now discussion.
The previous, the previous bid was $3,002.
Yes,
Okay,
that's what
We were
he's,
raising it by
Increasing it by
1,001. We were
1,001 would be
4,003.
4,003.
well, they
So I
went.
just want to know
well,
what number to put down.
They
1,001 from
4,001
4,003.
would be our new
total.
number, yeah.
what's the new number gonna be?
4,001.
4,003.
Oh.
The total.
They bumped theirs to 4,000, is what he said. So what is our number? 4,001?
4,003.
Oh, 4,003.
Rob, you got all this?
You had $2 more, Chief?
I got the $2.
All right, so we have a motion and a second, and we've had some discussion. Any more discussion?
Who was the second?
I did. I'm on front row seat.
Call
And
roll.
we do this.
I have a
I'd like to
question.
say
We can
for-
arrange that.
I have a question, sir.
It's too loud.
So
just wanna
if
see
they
it.
find out and they ask you to come back because they want to raise it, are we going to, like, want him to come back?
If they raise it, they have to double
I
it.
think our cap is where it would be. If we were
I think,
Or-
It's
Yeah.
like, they already said they're
That's
going
it.
to cut us a check at their next meeting.
Oh,
Good.
So
okay.
there's no more bumping
No
it up
bumping.
from here.
Okay.
Well, then
Thank
they
you.
should
That's what I
cut you a
needed to
check,
know.
and then we
Yep.
cut you a check, and we'll have one
we're set.
nice party.
That'll be good.
Be a good party in Enon.
And can I say something before we take the vote? We're not doing this frivolously. We are doing this for the sake of our citizens and for the VFW and for the fireworks themselves. We don't take spending this lightly, but we do think this is valuable to the community and would like to see it continue to prosper. And you guys have been doing a great job for it over the years. So for the people that have concerns about us laughing up here, it's
Yeah.
serious to us, but it's still something for the sake of
the
everybody.
number of people that attend the fireworks ceremony justifies the $4,000
Oh,
easily.
yes.
For the community
Yeah.
that enjoys the display, probably one of the biggest events
Oh, yes.
that we have.
It is.
So for $4,000, the benefit
Oh, yeah.
that our community gets, it's great.
I mean, it's all of our tax dollars that we are putting toward it. But I can tell you, each year after year I go, it seems like there are more and more people, and to see the kids out there playing and blowing bubbles, and that's what we want, and that's what we should want out of our community.
Any other comments? Call the roll, please.
Mr. DeVoli,
Yes.
Mr. Hannah,
Yes.
Ms. Least,
Yes.
Mrs. Sweet.
Yes.
Mr. Bear.
Yes.
Mr. Whitaker.
Yes.
Once again, thank you very much. We appreciate your donation and looking forward to your check. Thank you.
Thank you again for all your work. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Russ.
it.
All right, moving on, administrative report. Arthur, good evening.
Good evening. First on the list, the Nature Works grant. We talked about it at the last council meeting. And I would just like to get some feedback on where we go from here. I just want to reiterate that it needs to be in, the application needs to be in by July 1st. So I know we were really focused on the park, but just want to give a few other examples of what we could purchase. Community park, another community park, purchasing for community park, sports complexes, new playground equipment, walking trails, splash pads, dog parks. So just some of the examples. And I think it's up to $150,000 for the project. Again, we would have to pay in full, and we'll get reimbursed for 75%.
So we would have to come up with a number that we would be comfortable with putting up
Yes.
front, knowing we would get 75% of that back and 25% we would not get back. So
Can we put a pool back?
a pool?
A pool?
A pool.
We did
Be
talk
nice.
somewhat, and this just came up in my mind, we talked about building a shelter fixture up at the top of the south corner of the property on the terrace where it overlooks the property itself. Some type of protective structure up there where people can actually sit and enjoy the property. Something to think about as well off of that.
Ben, what do you think? Should the park committee meet again maybe and
I mean, we can, but I mean, I was going back through our notes. The committee has met 3 times since 21 to get input on the park stuff. And
Gotcha.
The ones that come up were splash pad was number 1,
Yeah.
dog parks number 2, and playground equipment was number 3. I mean, we can have another meeting and ask folks to come in and get more opinions, but I feel we're going to have the
Okay.
same things again.
Yep.
But I mean, honestly, if we can use it even for cosmetics or maintenance for the parks, anything to fix the 3 parks we currently have as well. I mean, I'm not opposed to any of that.
would
But I
you
think-
guys like for Arthur maybe to come back to council with some type of an idea or ideas?
I mean, I would say if there's other ideas out there, but I know, I mean, I've been asked, I can't tell you how many times, about splash pads or pools or, there's something, because there's not really any of that near here. And I know when they do the foam party down at the park, it is just, kids love it. So, something like that. And I can also see dog parks. I hear a lot about dog parks.
I think the dog park would be the easiest for maintenance purposes for us. A splash
Right.
pad would be extraordinarily
yeah.
expensive to run.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's the thing, you've got to look at the maintenance, but I don't know if there are other things out there that we're not thinking about, but I also agree with Ben that, if there's something that we should use it for, like maybe try to do something about with the current parks that we have, maybe trying to upgrade something there, that might be an option.
Here's what I'm going to suggest, Arthur. Why don't you work with Ben? You guys kind of and I think you can come up with something reasonable that people would want to see improvement wise. Why don't we go that route?
Arthur, would a restroom facility be covered if it's on a park property?
So wouldn't it be,
Or does that not go into the purview of the grant?
EPA is where we're.
yeah, I was about to say, it could be an EPA issue. I think that's one of the reasons we hadn't really looked into it. But that would be an upgrade to the park, so I'm sure that it would be covered. Yes, sir.
We had looked into some of the portable trailers, like what you have at Action Sports, or where you actually have the
I still
somewhat
think swimming pool,
enclosed.
For which park?
I was going to say, that,
all of them.
Realistically, probably the one we've spent the time upgrading most recently, just
Yeah.
to kind of finish off the
Right.
accessibility there, plus the traffic that's there versus the other one.
Yeah, the problem is this EPA stuff right now.
Yeah.
Like, we had to remove what we had already, so. But I mean, if we could figure out a place to put it in somewhere, I'd be down for that. because it's
If
definitely
if the
needed.
park's going to prosper, at some point, we got to address that. You know, not necessarily today, but we have to address that. We have to have facilities down there for the people. Otherwise, it's never going to.
And it's going to have to be
Agreed.
outside of that existing area, unfortunately.
Well, wherever it has to be, we need to have some kind of facilities down there, I agree.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Arthur.
I'll look into that. Next, we have the maintenance building. I don't know if you want to give some history on that.
Yeah, because we have some members on council that may not be familiar with this project. Oh, boy, I can't remember what year it was. We purchased property next to the church off of, actually from Knob Prairie Church several years ago with the,
20? Around 20?
Elmer, help me out, 5 years ago, maybe? About 5 years ago, maybe 6.
19? Yeah.
Okay. And the idea was we would take that property and we're in need of additional storage for our equipment, our vehicles, our equipment. Right now, things are very cramped and we have vehicles or equipment that is not stored properly, in my opinion. So we purchased the property, then the park project came along. That kind of got put on hold and we weren't sure, I guess, the best direction to go. We didn't want to do a lot of duplication, but the way it looks like it's going to shake out is I'd like to revisit the possibility of putting some type of an additional maintenance building for the village on that property that we purchased. And again, that's right across from our existing facilities, and maybe break it into a couple years. Maybe the first year do some engineering, year number 2 do some construction. We could use obviously water department funds and street department monies to do that, but not trying to complete it in 1 year, but just kind of take it step by step. So Arthur, with that, I'll turn it over to you and the work that you have done.
Okay, so we've been talking, actually, Choice One Engineering is one of the engineers we've been using for projects that we've done in the village. And so we did get a quote from them. Also talked with an engineer that I worked with in Tip City when I was there, who I know is really good as far as engineering and working with the team. The price that we got with Choice One was, the quote was $13,950, and I gave you the information that it covers. With Structure Point, it's definitely significantly lower. However, if you read through it, we'll be doing a lot of work with him versus Choice One doing a lot of the work themselves. So again, Structure Point is definitely an excellent company to work with. But again, we got to get out and we got to work with them. With that being said, however the council would like to go, I think now would be a good time to start just the beginning phase, on the project. Again, the mayor said that there were some vehicles, he stated about vehicles and equipment that's not in storage right now, which includes the Ford Explorer, the Chevy Colorado, we got a trailer that's out, a John Deere mower, and a grader box. Of course, after so much time in the elements, they will begin to deteriorate, so we're just trying to keep that from happening.
Well, and the other thing is, so one of the garages is the old EMS building that we took over when EMS and fire department combined. That was not built for equipment like a backhoe. So when the backhoe gets pulled in and out, it has to be kind of wiggled around, if you will, before it can get in and come out. In the big truck, our big dump truck, what is there, Rick? Maybe 3 or 4 inches on
You have to
each.
pull the mirrors in order to get
Pull the
back
mirrors
there.
in, or you got 3 or 4 inches on each side. So that building was not constructed to house those type of vehicles to begin with. But I told Arthur, I said, let's bring it up. Let's see what the flavor of the council is. Give you guys some kind of idea of what at least the site work, if we decided to go forward and have the site work done maybe this year and try to put something up next year. But just bringing this back up to get a feel from the council.
Okay. I guess I have a few questions. So, structure point, the quote is 9,400. And I guess one of the questions, the old EMS building, so our vehicles are larger than the EMS vehicles that was stored in there?
The backhoe, if you go down, if you ever have a chance to go down and look at it, for them to get that in and out, they have to swing that
I'm going down there this week.
thing around. So, and the big dump truck that we have is very narrow on both sides.
Okay. And I'm just going to ask because I don't know. Instead of building on this lot that we were going to try to sell, have we thought about maybe trying to build on to the building we have, or is that not an option?
There's really no room.
No room to build
No,
on?
ma'am. Not
Okay.
at all.
So
Go ahead.
to go on top of that, buying the new park, I know we are kind of at a standstill. I would hate to build a maintenance barn over here and end up needing another one down there
That was my next one.
at some point. We're definitely going to have mowers and things down at the park, I would assume. And it's going to be easier to have all the stuff down there than up here and trailing it down. So to me, I would almost rather do it at the park where we know we're going to need it eventually anyway.
Right. Yeah,
that's
I
just
agree.
where
Because, I
I'm
mean,
at.
if we're still interested in trying to sell that land, because actually I had that on my notes to ask if there had been any more discussion on that or anybody heard anything about that land. But, I mean, if we're still interested in selling that, I agree with Jeremy that, eventually we have to have storage down at the park.
And that's an option.
We've got a perfect triangle back here where, if we put that part, or the shelter up here with the overhang, you got this area down here, which is kind of dead space. We had talked about what we're actually gonna use that for, and it's never really come to any productive period of what would go down there best. You could conceivably run an access road off of this little parking area where people could come up here. We could have our building here, which is still, we had talked about trying to get an easement or try to get some.
That connects right to the garage right there, doesn't it?
Yeah. So you could have directly down the hill,
You could come
right
off
about
four-
it here would be where it would come directly, going north from our present location. So you could have it, we just need to contact that property holder and see what kind of easement we could get for that.
Let's explore that. Let's look at that. That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Not like we can put something major there anyway, and that would
Right.
be a perfect little dead area. Plus, it's a more secure area
Right.
that we could kind of keep offset to, for purposes.
Let's take a look at that, Arthur. Let's see what the possibilities would be there.
I don't know about a more secure area because it's more excluded.
I mean, as far as out in
you're
the
back, yeah, you're back in the back, so you're more likely going to have somebody that's to be, as far as breaking into a building, they're more likely going to hit someplace like that than they are right on Main Street because it's out of the way, and somebody from the road wouldn't even see it.
We would put cameras up.
I was
on-
gonna say
Yeah, we
that
can.
just means
Yeah,
we
we
have
can put
better
security
security.
cameras up.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring it back up.
Yeah.
Because it's like, let's get the feel of
Need
what we
is
want to
there.
do.
Is absolutely the need is.
Oh,
there.
it's-
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
agreed.
I'm not discounting the need. I'm,
If you get a chance, stop down and look at that garage. Look at. They do a great job of organizing stuff, but it's
Yeah,
just like
I
you're
was-
trying to fit these pieces of equipment in places that they weren't really meant to fit. So
And Mr. Whitaker, I did look at seeing what we could do to kind of, maybe build or add on to it. There's nothing.
nothing,
No, ma'am.
okay.
yeah.
Right.
The need's definitely there, I
Right.
agree.
Okay, next, uniforms, we, finally got those taken care of. The guys look really good in the uniforms, excited about them. Again, just want to thank the council for allowing us to have them. And we will make sure that, they're wearing them and with a proud. So again.
And
thank you.
when I see them out, it looks good, and so I appreciate
Yes.
the council approving that expenditure.
Yes.
It's nice to see our workers dressed properly and dressed the same. Yeah.
I have seen them out, and they do look good. They're nice and bright. And, you know, I had talked to one of the guys about, you know, well, how come you didn't wear them last time? And they said, you know, because of the upkeep, and we had talked about that. So I just want to make sure that, you know, if we do get feedback from the guys for some reason that, you know, they're not being cleaned well, or there is something, that we get that addressed so that the guys do wear them. But they absolutely look great on them.
Yes, ma'am.
Good job on that.
And lastly, the shred event, which took place on May the 2nd. I think we had approximately 40 vehicles to come through. One truck in particular had a bed full of files, and I think Chief had quite a few files that went through.
How many
too, so-
boxes?
About 115 file boxes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Arthur, anything else?
No, sir.
Questions for our administrator?
Next shred event?
Should be in the fall.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Another question I have, blood drive. We had one not too long ago. For some reason, I missed it on my calendar. I didn't have, for some reason, I didn't hear much about it. Do you have another one scheduled?
We do. I think it's posted on our website now.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not sure what the date is, but it's definitely posted now.
Okay,
25th, but then it's posted in the lobby, in the vestibule.
Okay.
We can get it for you.
May.
all right. That's okay. I can go on and look.
Any other questions?
Thanks. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, Arthur. Chief, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council, residents. First of all, I would like to reiterate thanking the residents for voting for the levy. It's going to allow us to maintain a more secure village, more manpower to get more coverage, which will make everybody happy, I hope. Starting out, I went last weekend to the Ohio Chiefs of Police seminar in Columbus. We won a $1,500 gift certificate for cameras for the building. We just have to make sure that it are compatible with the system we have now. So I'm going to get with CNC. Is that who does our cameras now? I
Remember the
think.
name
Tina.
think so.
I know.
Tina, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no problem with us accepting that gift certificate for the village.
None of the village uses it.
Correct. Thank you. Thanks for clarifying.
Second, talking about the ordinances, I really think we need to look at an ordinance on electric and battery powered bicycles on the sidewalks. We're getting complaints on a daily basis of kids running across the street, almost getting hit by cars, driving recklessly on them. Not only in the plats, but on the main roads as well.
Any particular plat? More than other?
We get a lot back
Mars.
back here in
Around the
in
mound?
Mound Estates. Yeah, around
Okay.
the mound.
Saw a kid on a mini bike coming out of Speedway the other day. Because,
It's battery powered.
it was a
Yeah,
battery.
Yeah, because I stopped him.
yeah.
There's one that
Yeah.
flies.
So I think we need to look at updating our ordinances on that to include the battery powered and electric bikes, which are not included at this point in time.
Can you get some samples for us?
I've found somebody that has one so far. I mean, this is such a new. I mean,
Yeah, it's probably-
they're relatively new as far as how much they're out there.
Okay.
But we've got them running up and down the streets in the mornings, going to school with no lights on them. It's just somebody's going to
Somebody's gonna get hurt. Yep.
Yeah.
Could I suggest we reach out to Mr. Kavanaugh and put his legal expertise to work a little bit?
Yes.
Second is with Mr. Kavanaugh. I think we need to look at updating our mutual aid agreements with some of the local law enforcement agencies. I know Fairborn's is still intact and the sheriff's office is still intact, but we've been getting a lot of assistance from Donaldsville. I want to make sure that everybody's covered if they come down here and something happens.
I agree.
So I just want to make sure, and I can't find a list of mutual aid agreements that we have, so I'm assuming Mr. Kavanaugh will have those on file somewhere.
You'll have to make a
Yep.
call to him.
I don't
Yeah.
recall us having addressed our mutual aid probably in 12, maybe back so when Lou was here.
Been a
probably
while,
something
yeah.
like that, yeah.
I remember Clark County.
Right.
A long time.
I don't
Clark
remember
County,
anything
we
with
do every
Fairborn.
year. Yeah, Fairborn we do, because I checked with Chief Roman
Okay.
when we were down there.
But we have
So
something in place.
We do have something in
Okay.
place
That was the
with
most
Fairborn.
recent one we did because we reached out
Was-
to Clark County. or to
Yeah,
Greene
was it
County
Fair,
with that.
was it Fairborn that we recently did?
Not recently,
No,
so
I
much
didn't think it
done.
was Fairborn.
So get a copy of one of those and have it modified for whoever you need, I would say.
Okay.
And obviously Paul Kavanaugh would have to sign off on that.
Piggybacking on the uniforms, it was brought to my attention, we wanted to look at, see what we could do for the officers in the uniform. Speaking with Mr. Storm, I think we'll be better doing a quartermaster system, which is basically when we hire an officer, we buy uniforms for them, and then if they tear a uniform wears out, they can bring that to us and we can repurchase as
And
needed.
Jeff and I talked about it. It's like, we took care of the water, the street. It's like, it's only fair that we come up with some type of compensation for the police department. And it was Rob's suggestion that we go this route.
Yeah, just, I would want to make sure, and I know you and I have had a little bit of discussion with that about, if you're going to put like the badges or something, not the stretch badges, or, if you're going to attach those to the uniform or however it is, just make sure that it's,
Looks professional.
well, not only that, just make sure it's safe.
Yep.
I don't want somebody to get into a scuffle and pull a retractable badge off a uniform or something,
Right.
so.
So I have a question too. Uniform, they're here 3, maybe 4 years. Who gets the uniform when they leave?
They
If
go
they're
back.
still in good shape, we have some back here in the back room, yes.
So the next person
They
that
turn
comes
them in.
on,
So if
we
we-
can
Yeah.
still
If-
supply with those instead, okay.
So if we keep some back here in the back building, that way if something does get torn overnight or before they can get it replaced, there's some back here that we can replace for use. We're going to have to go through those because there's
Yeah.
some of them that are in pretty bad shape that I'm not comfortable issuing to an officer.
But they're going to come back to us for
Yeah.
potential reuse.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you went through them
Yep.
a few months ago, I think, or something, because
So we started looking at them
Yeah.
for the, looking at the vests and stuff that were back there, the Kevlar vests, and most of them back there are expired. So we can't give those out.
Yeah, could that be a,
A liability.
well, that could be a liability, but I was also thinking, could that be something for, I can't think of his name, the one that was working on the records room?
Kraker.
Oh,
Kraker,
Craig.
yeah. Is that something maybe he could do for us?
Yeah, as far as helping with the uniforms and stuff.
Yeah, maybe
Yep.
go through them and just see what's expired or
Yep.
whatever. Okay.
Also, 4th of July, the fireworks, so the 3rd of July. I think we really need to look at putting up no parking signs on one side of the street, especially down Green Vista, Cimarron, and then because they get cars parking on both sides of the street, and there's no way we could get a fire truck or an ambulance.
We'll
to
post
them.
temporary no parking.
Yep, just for the day.
Yes,
Yep.
I agree.
Just on one
One side.
side of the street. That way, we don't have that issue. So,
I agree.
early last week, we received a complaint from a resident on Cimarron.
Yep.
About dogs running loose, dog confinement. He sent me an email. I went out, handled the situation. And in the email, he basically said that the county dog wardens didn't do anything because he talked to them the day before. Well, I reached out to the dog warden's office. They issued warnings to the people for the same incident. So we're not going to automatically cite somebody if a dog gets out for the first time. Usually what we do is reach out to them, give them a warning, let them know what the requirements are, how they have to confine them, and the penalties that they could receive if they don't confine them. So hopefully we did that with the complaint that we received on that day.
But give us, Jeff, give us the kind of what the law is, just in general, a summary in regards to that.
Basically, you have to maintain your animals on your property. So if your animal goes into the neighbor's property, you could be cited for failure to confine a dog.
And it does not have to be classified as a vicious dog.
Correct. It could
Okay.
be any dog.
Yep.
Same with that is the tags and licenses. Usually the county dog warden's office handles most of the dog complaints. We will get, if they're tied up, we'll get some of them. But like the bite reports and stuff like that, usually the dog warden's office handles them because they get them in the long run anyways. If we do one, we still have to send it to them. And I've spoke with their chief warden, and he's on board with that as far as the bite reports and stuff, because they have to follow up on them. They have to do all that regardless of whether we do it or not.
Good deal.
So there's, as we talk, there's no reason of two agencies doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Is that just dogs? Like, what if they own other pets that go into? I mean, based on the law, not
Based on the law, it's you have to maintain any animal on your property. If it's, and again, you're running
It's
into
your
your
pet.
chicken. Yep. If you're talking about chickens, no free range chickens in the village.
like. I mean,
But
cats are
cats,
notorious for going all over the place. Obviously,
cats do not fall under this because cats
Okay.
are technically not owned by anybody because they're not licensed.
Yeah.
And there's no way of proving ownership of them. Mainly, it's the main complaint that we get is dogs. Every
But
once
it's
in a
not
while-
written specifically for dogs, is what you're saying.
not specifically. No.
Okay.
This past weekend, we had the Unity Walk that went from Greenon to Settlers Park. We had about 150 walkers.
Great.
It was a good turnout. And finally, stats for the month. Again, hopefully the stats will come up in the next month or so. But we had 19 total calls, 2 assists with the law enforcement, 3 assists with fire and EMS. We had 5 traffic stops, 5 warnings, and 2 citations to Mayor's Court. We had 2 reports, and both of those reports were thefts. And we had 1 crash, and it was a non-injury crash. We had 35 details that we do, including the shred events and stuff like that. And we had 49 business checks for the month.
So personnel-wise,
So personnel-wise, right now we've got Officer Kevin Hunter was hired full-time.
Right.
He is turned his retirement papers in with Navistar, and as soon as the 25th of this month is when he'll be full-time with us.
Alan Craker will be going
Alan-
from auxiliary to part-time.
Yes.
He's got his training complete.
So that's what we're looking at is moving Alan to part-time, because he's been very helpful on not only with the evidence and stuff, but taking and running with background checks for for employees and
He has helped you tremendously
yes.
the last couple months. And I appreciate that. The council appreciates it, and I know you do as well. But he has stepped up and helped you a lot.
Yes. We have another part-time that we're looking at that we met with the mayor and Mr. Hanna yesterday. Jonathan Fields. He's worked for Fairborn Police Department and then decided he didn't want to be in law enforcement. He's working security at the base. I can't say what he does.
Right.
It's kind of a
He can't tell you what he
yeah,
does.
he can't tell us what he does either.
He works at the base.
He works at the base. But he wants to be part-time, wants to get into the more community-oriented policing that he wants, which is the direction that we're wanting to go. So I think that's great.
We're on the right track. Appreciate your efforts.
So we've got, once we get these all done, we'll have hopefully one more hired full-time. So we'll have back to 3 full-time and 2 or 3 part-time officers, which
3
hopefully.
part-time and 1 auxiliary.
Yep, and 1 auxiliary. And hopefully we can get back closer to 24-hour coverage. Or close there.
We'll do the best we can.
Yeah, that's it.
The guy yesterday has a good upside, real good upside.
I agree. Questions for our chief? Thanks, Jeff.
Oh, one thing before I forget. The county donated 7 of the newer tasers to our agency. We just have to buy the batteries and the cartridges. And I spoke with Mr. Storm today. It's going to be about $2,000 for the batteries and the cartridges for them. So we have to get those ordered.
Do we need a motion for that then, or is it just for the batteries specifically?
Yep, I think we're good.
And that's it.
Questions? Thanks, Jeff.
Yep.
Appreciate it. So we have no committee reports, old or new business. I do need a short executive session with the council tonight, but before we do that, any comments from our public? Come forward, state your name and your address, please.
Good evening. My name is Jeremy Hawks. I live at 115 Taylor Street in Enon, Ohio. I addressed the council several years ago when this maintenance building came up, and I was told that it was presumptuous that a maintenance building would be put on that lot. And so I'm surprised in tonight's meeting that we talk about this coming back forward being a building. Okay? One of my things that maybe people don't know is my background with this village is I've been here 52 years, and I'm probably one of only 3 people in this room that understand where we've gotten to with our assets and our buildings in those 52 years. So the original red building that we have back there was originally put together for the police cruisers because the police cruisers didn't have a place to go. Then we were bequeathed the township building, where now we have filled that up. And what it appears is that we have asset proliferation over the last 50 years that has pushed us out of 2 buildings. There appears to be 2 other sheds outside, a lean-to in this parking lot, and something else. And where I ask is, if the village hasn't grown in the last 52 years substantially enough, where do we come up with all this equipment that now needs to be stored? Additionally, we purchased unplanned, I feel, $150,000 lot, then tore a building down on it without a plan that was ever published in any strategic plan whatsoever. So if we're going to the residents for levies to support our police and support other things, where are we coming up with the money to purchase equipment, to purchase buildings, to give to joint ventures with the township on parks? Where are we coming up with this? Because the village isn't growing, and so therefore the tax base isn't growing. So I asked the council to come up with a strategic plan on what they want to do. I can say as a resident on Taylor Street that myself and Mrs. Marjorie Taylor vehemently oppose this building on that lot. That lot was not built for that. That lot sits on only one of 2 main drags we have through this village, and I'm going to summarize it as a pole barn. We want to put a pole barn on one of our only 2 business district drags. I agree with Mr. Whitaker. Let's find a better place to put it. I agree with Mr. Hanna. Hey, maybe there's a better part back there in the back of the park where it would actually suit having that stuff. But if my drive-by today, I look at two pieces of equipment that any farmer right now probably has sitting outside in his driveway too, in the weather. Maybe less than $5,000 in equipment. You have two vehicles sitting outside, one of which is a vehicle. If it's a Ford Explorer, I'm pretty sure it's probably one of the past police vehicles, which probably isn't worth much money. And the last one is one of several trucks that we have in our asset list that probably outnumbers what the township has, which covers much more area. So I asked the council to reconsider what their investments are, where they're making their investments, and to consult with their constituents on where they're going to put that money. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hawks. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anybody else like to address council this evening? Okay, with that, I would entertain a motion and a second to enter into executive session to discuss the compensation, appointment, and employment of a village employee.
So moved.
Second.
And call the roll, please.
Mr. Hannah,
Yes.
Ms. Least,
Yes.
Mrs. Sweet.
Yes.
Mr. Bear.
Yes.
Mr. Whitaker.
Yes.
Mr. DeVoley.
Yes.
And I do not expect any action when we return from executive session. please.
Ms. Lee.
Yes.
Ms. Least. Mrs. Sweet.
Yes.
Mr. Bear.
Yes.
Mr. Whitaker.
Yes.
Mr. DeVoli.
Yes.
Mr. Hannah.
Yes.
7:22, motion to adjourn?
Citizen of the Year, Sunday, this Sunday, 2 o'clock, West Enon Church of God. And we had a motion to
To
adjourn.
adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign.
One of these days you're gonna do it right. Motion to agree.
Motion to agree?
Good night.